Yeah.
So yesterday, I saw that you went outside when I was editing.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? The neighbors?
The African neighbors, like two doors down.
Mm-hmm.
He came and rang our doorbell. I'm like, what does he want? Like, he never talks to me when, like when I take the kids, even when I'm walking with the kids to their bus stop. He doesn't say hi to me. He doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
we don't interact at all. There was one time when his kid, like, was already outside in the middle of the street, and he was still inside the house. And then,
Walking to the
yeah,
bus stop.
bus stop, and I was walking the kids too. And I told the African kid, I was like, come stand over here towards the side of the street so you're not standing in the middle of the street because I don't want you getting hit. And then I don't know if he heard me or whatever, but the kid ran back towards the house. I'm like, all right. So I was like, I keep walking to, I walk to the bus stop with the kids, we're sitting there waiting for the bus, and then they always come late. So they always wait for the bus to like pull up, and then they start walking towards the bus stop. But yesterday, he came and rang our doorbell, and I went outside like, what's going on? He's like, are you the mechanic that live here? I'm like, no. No, I'm not a mechanic. Like, there's no mechanic that live here. Like, what do you want? He's like, I took off my tire and I can't get it back on.
Oh.
And he's like, can you come help me? I'm like, I was thinking about like, sure, why not? As long as I didn't want the kids to come out, so I just told the kids to stay inside. So I went over there. He had it jacked up on two jacks in his driveway,
Mm-hmm.
and like the tire was, I don't know how he took it off. Like if he lowered it or if like it must have rolled a little bit because he only had like little woods blocking the tire so the car doesn't roll when he lifts it up. And then he also didn't pull the e-brake. So then when I got there, like there's the lug nuts or the tire had to be, this high, like probably this much higher. And so he couldn't put his rim on. I'm just sitting there thinking like, no offense to him, but thinking like, you just need to raise the car up.
Yeah.
So why don't you just raise the car up more? But he had like, the jacks where you had the jacks that come with the car where you got to twist.
Uh-huh. Is it maxed?
No, it wasn't maxed.
Oh.
And then I'm like, my first thought was, no offense, but dang, is this dude dumb? Like, he just got to raise the car up. But then thinking to myself, like, maybe he just don't know what he's doing, So I sat there and I started raising it up.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of did everything for him. So I raised it up, and then raised up the car, quite a bit. I didn't want to break his jag. So then, I lifted up a little bit, and then it still needed probably like, 3-inch gap. So then I lifted up from his control arm, and that worked.
What is that?
The part where your rim sits on, like there's a bottom piece to it that connects back to the frame. So I lifted up from there, but then I knew that even when I lifted up from there, when it goes time to put the tire back on, the tire is going to hit that jack. So I was like, I kicked it so I could have a little more room.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had an angle like this first, so I could at least twist it. And then once I lifted it up a little bit, I realized that it's going to be in the way of the tires, or it's going to be in the way of the tire when I put the tire on. So I kicked it straight, and I lifted up some more, and then I was able to get two nuts in. And then once I got those two nuts in, I started raising, the jack from underneath the car more, so I could have more clearance. And then I finally like kind of just pushed the tire in.
Yeah.
Like I didn't raise it. I still needed to raise it up some more, but the way how he had it set up was kind of dangerous because if it rolls, the whole car is just gonna roll, and then the car's gonna fall.
Oh, okay.
So then I just lifted it up enough to where I could actually like kind of kick the tire in, tighten all the lug nuts as tight as I can. And then after I tightened it, after I got it on, I got up and I was like, you could probably do the rest. I just told him tighten up his lug nuts, or to lower it. Once he lowers it, for him to tighten up all his lug nuts so his tire don't come off. So after that, I just got up and shook his hand and went back and came back home.
Was any of his family members out?
I don't know if it was his wife or his mom, but she also came out
Mm-hmm.
and asked me, "Are you a mechanic?" And I just said, "No, I'm not a mechanic." And she looked disappointed and walked inside. I'm like, like I just came to help. I don't want to be a mechanic to you because every time you need something, you might just come knock at my door.
You magically come knock on your door thinking you're gonna get a mechanic. Like, what's the chances of that? And then for you to like seem disappointed, like, sorry, but
I
I'll
mean,
do what I can.
I know my way around cars enough, like
Mhm.
basic stuff, but for you to want me to like take your engine out and put it back in, I'm not gonna try to do that for you.
Or be a mechanic.
Yeah.
It's basically what they wanted. Are you a mechanic? A car mechanic. Wow. Well, there you are, saving the day. That was nice. That's a nice gesture.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't really doing anything, and we are neighbors. Try to help all your neighbors as much as you can.
I wonder if he'll talk to us now. I don't know.
I don't know.
If the kids ever do ride the bus again. 'Cause he
Yeah.
doesn't talk to us either. He's always like on the phone or something.
Yeah, it was just kind of awkward. Like
I wonder if he rang the neighbors
the other
between
neighbor,
us.
I don't think they were home.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny.
I was just surprised he came and knocking at our door. I'm not saying that I wasn't gonna help him, but like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what kind of issue you had with your car.
Yeah, so you go and figure it out. But that seemed like something that you know how to do. Yeah.
It wasn't hard. It was just his tire. He didn't have the right jack. His jack was messed up. He had like a small 2-ton jack, and that thing was, it was a Pathfinder. So
Oh,
that thing wouldn't have been able to lift a Pathfinder high enough for him to work on anyways.
was it was there a car behind it, like parked? Because I know they had kind of a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Like 3?
Yeah, the car was parked closer to the street, and then there was a car behind it too.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah. And the driveway is not like, a cement driveway. So it's kind of like uneven.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I don't know, we got it done. I hope he tightened up his lug nuts so his tire doesn't fly off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I tightened it up as much as I can too, but
Yeah, don't want him knocking back on our door like, sir,
no,
you messed up my car,
I
my
didn't mess it.
tires.
I just got it on for you. It was your, job to double check everything.
Wow, that was nice of you. Did he say thank you at all?
Yeah, he did. He said thank you, and I just, I didn't feel like being out there anymore, so I came back inside.
Mm.
How was your week?
I forgot I went to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what am I gonna talk about? Like, oh, I went to dinner. So I went to dinner with my old coworkers that I used to work with, and we were all talking, and we're like, has it really been almost 2 years since we've seen each other since the last time that we had dinner together? And the last time we had seen each other physically was June of 2024. So it was almost 2 years. Because some of them were like, no, it's only been a year. I was like, I swear I did not see you guys last year because so much has happened and we talked about it, but nobody actually booked anything or we actually never said anything. So then this year we were able to just,
make
it work out, and everybody actually responded. So it was kind of nice to see them. And it's nice because it seemed like we never like we could pick up where we left off. Everybody's doing their own thing now. Everybody works different places. I mean, 2 of them, they still work together, but everybody works different places. And we're just catching up. And then sometimes we would complain about our kids and our spouses. But that's just where you see, like, everybody's literally living the same lives,
Well, you guys are growing, like, in different stages in life,
Yeah, but if one is having issue with this, it's like, oh yeah, we all, so one of us on the table here has probably been through it, so we're able to kind of just comfort each other or talk about our experience, and that's what I really like about these girls too. And I'm just glad that they still want to chat or hang out with me, you know. And when I was sitting at the table, I just looked around. I'm like, wow, I've known these girls for probably 10 years now. And we still keep in touch after what, 6 years, 5 years of not literally being at the same,
Coworkers.
yeah,
Yeah.
the same company together. It was nice for us to keep in touch. I just hope that we don't wait another 2 years, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were talking about doing a barbecue, right? In
Mhm.
summertime.
Yeah. We're thinking about doing a barbecue this summer. Preferably at someone's house. If not, that's okay too.
We
Like
can
we
do it
can
at a
just,
park. We don't have to do it at somebody's house.
yeah, I was thinking that too, but
Just do like a potluck and just everybody brings something.
yeah, or you could, grill or something. But it'd be nice to have the spouses there and then the kids as well too, because we all have kids now, and um it'd be nice for everyone to just hang out and see each other. Yeah, talked a lot about our kids, very interesting stories, experiences that their kids are going through, and that some of them are like prepping us for. And I'm like, oh wow, that's interesting. But I won't say it on here.
No. It's all right.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk about the kids at all, or Ariel's volleyball game?
Ariel's volleyball game, she's been doing,
Oh,
their teams have been doing great. They've been winning out. I think they played 3 games so far, right?
4.
4. That's what I thought too. And they beat all 4 teams.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. They won all their sets so far. And then this week they're playing against Phelan, Team 3.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so
Should be interesting.
I
This is
don't,
the one you probably don't want to miss.
yeah.
Yeah, this, I'm sure it's gonna be familiar faces out there, but they just gotta get it out of their heads and just
Not get intimidated
mm-hmm.
and play their game. I mean, we've been pushing them a lot at practice. I think this last practice, I was the only coach there.
Mm-hmm.
And we were limited with volleyballs because, so we did just more like probably skill, a little bit of,
Teamwork
yeah, a
with
little
just
teamwork. And
with limited balls, so you
yeah,
have to share. So a lot of team.
so we played, so I let them bump for like 10 minutes together, just kind of get warmed up. After that, started doing back row hits, or like just spiking in general. Like, not, they're younger, so they're not gonna be able to like spike right by the net, but they're trying.
Yeah.
So it's more like the off the net hit, and they were doing pretty good. I think Ariel did pretty good too. All of them did pretty good.
You're saying like it's not a one, it's further. Like if they set it further from away from
It's
the
more
net.
like away, like it's almost like back row,
Oh.
but it's like close to that 10-foot line. So if they were to jump before the 10-foot line, it would be like a 10-foot hit anyways.
Oh.
Yeah. But then I wanted to do that so it'll help. They've been trying to do jump serves at
Yeah.
practice,
Yeah.
and then that would probably help them out with their
I
time.
feel like they could do like even further. Well, not like 10 foot, but even closer. Just the other line. The right, like by the line where you can cross for the back row. Like they could hit from there. And I've seen some of them hit from there.
Yeah, it's just I want them to just get a little more confidence in trying to approaching for the hit. They had a lot of fun that practice.
That's good.
Because the last few practices has been more like
Serious.
yeah, dude, we gotta
Conditioning.
yeah. So, and then this practice, if we had enough balls, I probably would just have them train a little more instead of scrimmaging that much. But
Well, sometimes scrimmaging helps too because it builds that chemistry with each other. So sometimes that's how some teams they just practice. Let's just play, and then we have to we communicate within the court, and then take action, and then try to just execute that, and then building that
The thing with that is
bond.
you gotta all be like pretty decently,
Yes.
good at it first already. But then with them is they're just like stepping there, finally getting their foot through the door of playing.
Mhm.
So they need more like training instead of like scrimmage.
Yeah. Well, it's just like spiking. Like
Yeah.
some of them don't even try, are too scared because they don't know how to do it. They don't know their timing.
Yeah.
So like working on that.
I think they had a lot of fun. I hope they did at least.
That's good.
Yeah.
That goes right into our topic. Do you think people can truly change, or do they just become more of who they already are? Oh, that's a very deep question.
hmm
What do you think?
I think people can change, but it just takes time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be like a change overnight. Because the people that when you tend to change overnight, you always tend to revert back to how you were. But if you give somebody time to change, once that change happens, it actually, sticks with them, you know.
Yeah, but I think that goes with like if they want to change,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's the main thing. Like,
Do you want to change or do you want like a temporary fix?
are you changing because somebody wants you to change, or are you changing because you actually want to change too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that will go a lot with, are you changing for the better? Or are you just changing because someone's telling you to change? Do you know what I mean? Like if this person has good intention, they see you have so much potential to be like Mekong or like a Patan, you know, are you gonna be able to like change your attitude, your behavior just a little bit so that,
Well, with something
maybe.
like that, that's more than just changing yourself. Like, you got to change your schedule.
Well, yes.
Everything takes time.
Either you change or you don't change. Do you think people change or don't change?
I think people could change. I mean, I've changed. I'm growing up. I used to love gambling so much, like I could gamble all the time. But now, like, it's just like now I look back or when I actually we go out to the casino, you know, I don't have that urge to gamble no more. Like, I feel like gambling,
Do you think that urge went to something else?
probably
You gamble with it's more like with your life. You're
no.
gambling with every situation that you have dealt with. Do you think it's like that now? It's like gambling could be little things, like driving.
hmm
You're taking a gamble of trying to squeeze in when you really can't, or trying to, merge,
Or cutting people off.
cutting people off, or trying to make it through that red light or the yellow light. That's a little bit of
Yeah,
gambling there.
you're gambling with your life.
Yeah, gambling with your life. Or even like pushing your wife's button, as in, I know you're tired, but we're gonna go fishing. I know you're tired, but we're gonna go here. That's like you're gambling with your life or with someone else's, you know, life as well too. Like you're gambling with that moment, that situation there.
Yeah. I'm just talking about like gambling with money. I'm not talking about
Of
other.
course you are, babe.
But yeah, like I mean, I could, like my cousin them had a poker night a while, like probably 3 weeks back. I wanted to go just to hang out with everybody, but like the thought of wanting or just going to go play cards wasn't like crossing my mind, like
Hmm.
because we used to play poker all the time with each other, with friends and everything, and used to like it used to be so thrilling and exciting to me, but now I don't have that. I don't know if it's the patience or like just the thought of like
Or like the adrenaline or the fun of
yeah,
that anymore.
yeah. I've gone past that. So like gambling, I'm not even like scratch offs. I used to buy so many scratch offs and do all that, and buy scratch offs all the time. Now I don't even want to look at them. Like, you know, the kids, have fun with them, but
Don't bring the kids into this.
yeah,
That's not a
our,
good
our
thing.
kids don't gamble. They just like scratching though. But yeah, I do think people can change. It just takes time. What about you?
I think people can change for better or worse. It really depends on the situation and where people are at in their lives. Like if I could ask my kids that, they'd probably be like, "Yeah, I don't really like you back then because you were so strict," or "I don't really like you now because you don't even give us our tablets and we're on spring break."
Well, that's
It's
the
like
thing. Our kids'
maybe in the future,
situation is different because
yeah.
we're always gonna. We can't be their friend first. We got to be their parents first, and that's what they need to understand.
Mm-hmm.
They're still so young that now we have to. I feel like I have to be like this, where you can't do this, 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 can't do this. Like teaching them their morals, and where their boundaries are, and then once they get to like, once they get old enough, then yeah, I could be a little more like friendly with them.
Do you think that's too late? Do you think that will be too late? Like, let's take your younger brothers, for example.
I mean, I don't think it's only late if you make it late, but like compare like our kids, like us to our kids, and how my parents were to me. My parents, when I was younger, used to always take me out fishing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because my dad used to go fishing with me all the time, all up until like I probably was 10. And after that, he just
Okay.
stopped interacting with us. Like, we basically were like roommates, where
But then, till this very day, who are they calling?
me.
Exactly.
They call me.
So do they do that with your siblings or your okay, if anything, your younger brothers? They didn't do that to your younger brothers. They didn't take them out fishing. They didn't do any of that. So who are they calling till this very day? They're still calling you. Who knows if they call your siblings? If anything, the conversation part doesn't last as long as the ones with you.
Yeah.
So you have that privilege and you have that bond or that relationship that your brothers don't have.
Yeah. But
that's why like it's very important to have that balance at least, or know when the timing of to like be their friends or be actually there for them.
But let me get to my point. All I'm saying is like it stopped. So then our relationship like was stopped. So then like I feel like even with our kids, like we're parents first, and we're kind of like we're still doing the Asian parenting thing. Even though we do that, but then we still take them out to go do things, still do things as a family. I think that relationship will still stay there. Like,
Well, yeah, that's what I said, that we are the ones that are like, if we want that change, we're gonna have to make that change.
Yeah.
So it is a struggle for me to, as a parent, to want to like be their friends and also be their parent, because I don't want my kids to grow up, avoiding me because they can't talk to me. They don't want to talk to me. They don't want to express anything to me. I would hate that.
Yeah, because I just compare it to like me and Ariel. Me and Ariel have such a rough relationship sometimes with each other. She's only 10.
Your isn't your Was your relationship like that with your parents at that age?
Not no. I didn't talk back to my parents as much. I didn't talk back to my parents at that age. But like she does that to me. It's so rough when we're at home, but then as soon as when I take her to volleyball, everything kind of just like she listens, she asks questions
Because she's content.
Yeah. So I think like
If anything, it starts from home.
It does start from home.
That it's gonna probably affect her in the long run with her performance in the games. So you would want to have a healthy relationship, and that starts from home too. Like the other day, she came home and she's like, "Mommy, I want you to come and coach." And I looked at her and I was like, "What?" She goes, "I think you would be a good coach." And I looked at her and said, "Yeah, I think I'll be a great coach too, because I'm more patient and I'm willing to go out there and like be physical with you guys. Like I am the parent that is actually doing the things what you guys are doing. It's just like a work, like your job, your labor job. either you have a boss who just sits in the computer and doesn't come out to check on you guys, or you're gonna have one that's out there and like doing all the hard labor work with you guys. Like I would rather see my boss working hard with me and like doing all the work too, so they know what their staffs are going through, what they're experiencing, you know, rather than one that just sits in the computer and complains, or they're on phone calls, or they act like they're so busy and they don't even know what's going on out there with their staffs, their employees, you know. So I'm like, you know what, just go tell it to daddy because he doesn't want me there. I don't know.
I never said I didn't want you there.
But you never asked for us to go.
I
You
do
never
ask.
invited us to go.
Your daughter is the one that you asked if she wanted you there, and she said no, she don't want it. She don't.
Yeah, that was at the beginning. You know, yesterday I watched her bump. She was bumping and she was actually doing 3-ball with herself. And I looked at her, I'm like, you know, your form is so much better than when you first started. The way her arms is when she's bumping, I'm looking at her like, wow, that's pretty good. But she's sitting at the edge of the couch and she's bumping and setting and then spiking. I'm like, oh, you're actually doing 3-ball with yourself. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I just remember, I think it's last year. I was like, can you even bump to yourself? I was like, that's what you should do. Bump to yourself. And she couldn't do it last year. So I'm like, great, you've improved. I think you've improving little by little, but that's a good progress. You know, I don't want you to be so full of yourself and be that kid, you know, on the court where you think you're too good. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I try my best with them. I try my best to try to teach them while keeping them having fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, same thing with Coach Cole too. Like the main thing is as long as they're having fun and they're learning. Like we don't want it to be where like they feel like they're being punished all the time.
You used to like make fun of me when I say that with football.
What?
Yeah, but don't you want to win? Why are you just like out there trying to have fun? I'm like, well, because that's the reason why I joined, is because I enjoyed it and I have fun. I'm enjoying myself when I'm out there on the field. If it's not fun anymore, I don't want to play.
Well,
I'm not going to come back anymore. So, yes, we always remember to have fun, because that's how we started playing, is because we like it. We think we're okay, we're decent. So, yeah, I want to join. I want to play. I want playtime. So, yes, always. So now you're saying the same thing I'm saying.
Well, yeah,
have fun.
Yeah.
Make sure you're having fun, being supportive.
Well, I think that's why I left football so early too, because I stopped having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was more because I was at that stage in my career where I wanted to win that big one. I wanted to win that big one time at least before I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And I could have still played a lot longer, before I quit, but I didn't want to. I think I lost passion in the sport. Like wasn't having fun anymore.
Wasn't fun.
I was frustrated with everything. And it was just, even though I was still able to play, I just, hung it up.
Mm-hmm. I think that's everything we do, though, as
Yeah.
in like your job, coaching. You know what I mean? Like you have to have passion for it, and you have fun fishing.
Mhm.
You know, it has to be fun for you to continue and keep going. Like, don't overdo it. I think it's a little harder when you are a coach as well too. Like having that attitude is very important, because these kids are still young. You don't want to kill their dreams or just because of your behavior. You know, like
Yeah.
they show up to practice and you're just like, super strict, and they don't even have fun. Did you know that they're having a tournament?
What?
For the youths in mid-May.
Yeah. Well, I just found that out on Thursday.
Yeah, I was
So
like,
then,
I was telling Ariel just about that. I'm like,
yeah,
we should just go watch. And she's like, oh, can I play? I'm like, well, you don't
she
have a
is playing
team.
for the youth. Well,
No, like a J4 tournament.
oh,
It's
well,
like a J4 tournament, but it's for youths only
no.
in mid-May.
Well, for their what is it? Their rec program, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the last week, they played a team. the week after that, they're gonna have like a little volleyball tournament too amongst all the teams that are in that rec program.
Oh, that's probably what she was telling me.
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh yeah, I know." Da, da, da. And I'm like, "What? How do you know?"
So
I
then,
meant like each inning they're hosting.
but yeah, well, Ariel, they're gonna have a tournament, on their last. I don't know if it's gonna be the last day of the game or like, so it'd be like April, probably end of April. No, it should be April because they only got 3 games left.
Oh, okay. So,
They play 7 games total.
oh, okay. I thought you said there's so many. I thought we were playing everybody.
So they already played 4, and I think there's 3 left.
Yeah.
So after that, cause I think they're doing seeding, and then after the seeding, now they play, all they do like a tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Tournament style.
every team plays, and if once you lose twice, you're out.
Yeah.
I think I like her in the rec because it gets her to like network.
Mhm.
Because all the players that she played with are St. Paul.
Yeah.
We drive all the way from Brooklyn Park to St. Paul for her to play, and so she's bonding with all of them already.
Yeah. Well, I think even Park is good too.
Yeah.
Just play as much as you can because we didn't have those resources.
We had Park.
Other than that, just Park.
No rec, no.
And then just meeting those folks and like, oh, we play over here on these days. So then you're jumping from this different park.
Yeah.
Or different locations, different days, which
There's-
is still good networking. It's just not as much as what she has now. Yeah, you can just end it.
All right. Thanks for joining. We Top A. Until the next episode. Charles.
Mahali.
Bye.